think he's there.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. There he is. Can you hear us
Do
now?
you hear me? Yes, I do hear you.
All right. So we're coming into this interview. You're coming out of your first matchup in China, LAN environment. Pretty fun. Just kind of wondering what the feeling is so far.
It's been good. I just landed last night actually. So yeah, it's fun.
Right into it. Do you guys like when you're on that LAN environment? It's completely different from any other DPC, right? Like, is it just a comfortable environment for you coming straight into like this LAN setting?
Yeah, I mean it's always more fun to play on the stage. We have a crowd too. That's 100 people or something. So it's actually nice to get off like right off the bat. You play in front of like audience. It's way better than playing in a room for sure. Yeah.
It's definitely from room to stage. Definitely great. I don't know if you got any questions, Lucas. Shoot them his way.
Yeah, talk to us how this whole Aster thing happened, because you've been known as a China Slayer, and now you're back to their region. How long has this been cooking?
I mean, there were talks during COVID, before TI-10 to potentially join them, but I stood in for Liquid, and then OG popped up, so it didn't happen back then. But there was this talk from like 2 years ago, and then standing in at the major, we kind of clicked actually. I didn't expect it. I mean, obviously expected that it's not going to be awful. People overestimate this language stuff, but like the chemistry was actually insanely good. So we just decided why not continue.
Was it always going to be Aster, or were there any other teams in the Chinese region that were kind of reaching out to you?
No, I only talked to Aster, and I think at some point before TI-10, I may have messaged ex-Noah. I may have. So it was only Aster mostly.
Okay. So what's the plan for like communication? Talk to us how this is working. I mean, sometimes as Dota player, you don't have to talk as much, but when it comes down to like picking heroes and the stuff, is it just like how much do you have to say in the draft as well? How does that work?
I mean, usually drafting Mad, he does it on his own. I don't know if he talks a lot with the team, but as far as I can tell, he does it on his own. I just suggest my hero most of the times, and bands. Some of the bands if I think the band is really good, or if I see really good hero for my teammate. Otherwise, I stay quiet and then let them do their stuff, which I think it's pretty good for both, to be honest.
I see that you and Bobica kind of bonded together. Like, what's up with that? You guys are having a lot of fun. When I was watching you play at Berlin Major and now on stage as well, he seems to be your favorite player from Team Aster, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I just talked to him. I don't even know if he understands me, but it's a good relation, I just talk to him. He just laughs at everything. Be it me praising him or flaming him, it doesn't matter. He just laughs, so it's good chemistry.
Yeah, that's nice. What's the plan about learning Chinese? Are you gonna have someone teaching you, or you're just gonna stick with English?
I mean, I talked to my coach, Matt. He speaks both languages pretty well. I want to learn. It's anyways a good skill to catch up to, but man, it's raw. The Mandarin is something.
I can understand. What about the food? I know you just landed in China, but you've been to China before. Any food you're looking forward to eating while you're in China?
I like this restaurant called Din Tai Fung a lot. It's and then last night we went to some street place. It was good lamb, chicken, it was barbecue stuff. So the food's been pretty good. I'm not a big eater. You can probably tell. I don't enjoy food that much, so not something I'm really looking forward to. But I think it's going to be all right.
All right. What about you played XM today. Who are you looking forward to in terms of like mid matchups? Is there a specific mid that you're most excited to go up against in the Chinese DPC?
I mean, it has to be maybe We have a long history. I think we are playing each other for 9 years now. And laning stage is always fun against him because he never really fell off his laning. Uh, and last time I played him was in Riyadh. It was almost a year ago. Uh, we had pretty good lanes, so I'm excited again.
And kind of getting it out, just like Riyadh Masters when he was on RNG. So that should be a fun matchup. Wakas, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I mean, we don't get the chance to talk to SumaiL often, so we have a lot more questions. But what about this new patch? What do you feel like it's really imbalanced? And talk to me about universal heroes in general.
I mean, the new patch, people are, I don't know, I've heard mixed opinions, but I really enjoy it. Every time Dota changes vastly, I think it's good for the game. It reignites the mood actually for players to figure out stuff. I don't think anything is super imbalanced. Obviously, universal heroes seem to be just better than every other hero. That I think they're gonna fix it soon. But for now, I think it's fine because anybody can pick it, so it's even grounds. I think it's fun.
I think I've been asking other players about like what they feel about tormentors because they feel, a bit in a kind of hard spot, kind of an awkward spot in the map where you don't want to rush it unless like I think this new timing where you like 20 minutes Roche, something that you guys did, where you go for Roche on Radiant side, kill it, go for Tormentor, invade enemy XP rune, these type of plays. But other than that, like what's your opinion on Tormentors?
I think it's mostly I mean, it's one more objective, right? So it actually allows the teams to fight. Like, let's say if they were more ready, they were expecting this play, they actually have an opportunity to even win a fight against Aegis because some of us are cleaning up Roche. And so, yeah, I think it's fine because you can skip it too. It's not like it gives 5k gold, just 200 gold and a shard. So you don't have to do it. Yeah, you gotta figure out on your own, kind of, how much you want to prioritize it or how much you want to get out on the map compared to farming this tormentor on your side. So just decisions, some more decisions for players, which I think is always good because it leads to more mistakes.
Yeah, we love it too. Then we can flame it.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, I think we're going to let you go. You said that you arrived yesterday to get some rest, to get some food. It was a nice showing from you today, and thank you for an interview.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. No worries.